That W back there is for WilHemi. That's me. I'm here. We're gonna talk about some stuff. Ride with me. California, state I live in, state I was born in. It's time to go. About to pack up, get the hell up out of here. And I would suggest, and if you are a car lover, if you are a person who enjoys your automotive freedom, I suggest you get out of California as well, as soon as possible. They got some bad stuff coming down the line for us. It's not gonna be cute. It's not gonna be cute. California is a great state. If you are a car lover, if you are a car aficionado, all things automotive turn you on, and just you stay up at night thinking about your car and what you're gonna do to it. If you're that type of person, California was a fantastic place to live. It was the home of the automotive enthusiast industry. All trends start here, except for the stuff they do in Houston. But aside from that, all trends start here. All custom, everything. This is the best place in the world to be if you are into cars. If you have classics, a car that's California born and raised is the best kind of classic to get your hands on, because it's not rusty. It's been sitting in the desert. A little rain here and there, but it's not rusty. If you're into hot rods, you got the best scenery in the world. We used to have racetracks everywhere. We got Mulholland. We got the best roads. I mean, we got mountain roads, beach roads. We got long straightaways. We got everything. Desert, the whole shot. This is the place to be. And in a day, a typical day in California, if you spend a day on the road, you're going to see every kind of car you ever wanted to see. You're going to see at least one of everything. I see 5 to 6 Lambo trucks every day. I drive mainly in Orange County and San Diego, and I see everything. Any car I'm thinking I want to get a look at in person, chances are I'm going to see one in a week in California. Okay? It's car culture is what it is out here. Car culture is part of everybody's life. Every kid out here, before things got weird, every kid wanted to drive. Every kid was trying to drive. Every kid that turned 16 was at the DMV taking a written test. They were taking it in school. You could take driver's ed in school in California back in the day. Driving is part of life. You are not shit if you don't have a car. You don't have a car in California. I mean, LA, San Diego, the Bay, in the middle of the state. If you don't have a car, I don't know how you doing anything. A car is freedom. It is. I'm grown. I have a car. I'm tired of this crap going on right here. I'm out, and I'm gone. How you think the Pilgrims got away from the monarchy when they was running up in them, telling them what kind of religion they're supposed to have and what they could and couldn't do? Guess what they did? They hopped in their boats. Didn't have cars yet, but they hopped in their boats and they took off. That's what we do. We hop in our car and we get the hell on. But them days are coming to an end in California. California is insane. Now, if you live in a state like California, I mean a blue state, right? California, Illinois, New York, Maine, Massachusetts, Washington State, Hawaii even. I mean, Hawaii was a great place for cars. Big car culture in Hawaii, but they all blue. And every big city's blue. We know this, okay? That's just standard. We know we got to deal with crap from the blueies in big cities. But every state is not blue. Now, if you live in a blue state like California, there are some things that are coming for you that you may or may not understand or know about yet. One thing California, well, New York has already started congestion pricing, which is they regulate when you can leave your house and drive around in the city. And they charge you money. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's all toll based or what. I'm really not up on that yet, but I know they have the congestion pricing thing down. Now in England, I know London is like that. They got cameras everywhere. They scan your car. If you found in the city, anywhere in central London at a certain time of day, they're gonna hit you with a bill. Like Fast Track, you know, they're gonna hit you with a bill. You're gonna have some money, right? In here, we don't have that yet. We got Fast Track. We got the little toll roads and whatnot. What we have here coming for you is the digital license plate. Now, this rolled out maybe a couple years ago. People start grabbing them. It's a little square, perfect frame with an LCD screen and not an actual plate. So what shows on your screen, on your little, where the plate goes, it's a little screen, and what shows there is your license plate number or your license number, whatever, you know. Now this thing has capabilities in it, and the message can be changed remotely. Should your car be stolen, it can read stolen. Should your registration become unpaid, it can read no tags or expired reg. Let the cops know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that, right? You gotta register your car, right? Gotta pay for these crappy pothole filled roads. That's another story. Anyway, this license plate has a GPS location on it. It tells the DMV where your car is at all times. There is a record of it. Now, I understand, if you're not up to no dirt, if you're not moving weight, if you're not trafficking people, if you're not in and out of Puffy's house, you don't have to worry about being tracked. I mean, I don't really care if the government knows that I went to Walgreens. No, I don't care. You follow me, you're gonna be a bored person. It's regular stuff, right? Errands. But the thing about the tracking is eventually these things will become mandatory. Right now they're optional, but they will become mandatory. Now, when they can track every move you make in that car, basically track your car, they can tell if you are driving into high traffic areas, and they can tell what time you drove into high traffic areas, and they can presumably send you a bill for that. And should they ever decide that you shouldn't be driving, let's say you said something crazy on Facebook, said something crazy on YouTube, in a YouTube video, you pissed off the wrong people that run this state, they could turn your license plate off at a whim. And your license plate could read something horrible when you try to leave the house, right? Basically, it's control. They have developed another method of control over you. And that little digital license plate, I mean, some people grab it because they think it looks hot, it's cool, it's high tech, wop wop. But personally, I'm not going to touch it. I don't want it. I'm not going to deal with it. That's one of the reasons I'm getting the hell up out this state. Because that plate is going to be the leash that you're going to be put on as an automotive enthusiast, okay? It's nothing that I want. It's nothing I want to see happen, and it's just another way that they're going to take away our freedom. Now, we also, in California, we got these EV mandates. Our blue governor and blue assembly and Senate in California, completely blue. I mean, they could override the governor. They're so blue. They could override the governor. Should a red governor ever get in there and try to do something, they could override him. They have enough votes. Sacramento will be blue from here on out. Now, they want to start selling nothing but EVs by 2035. Now, mind you, the EV thing, I don't see it happening successfully, but that has never stopped the blue folk. They will try anything if it makes them feel good. They don't really think about consequence. They don't think about history. They don't think about the future. It's just, I like it. We're not going to produce any more carbon dioxide in California. Let's do it. Let's just force everybody by force. It won't be optional. This will be 100% mandatory with those with the license plate. I'm sorry, with the EVs. 2035, they're going to say you can't buy a gas-powered car, but there's still going to be a bunch of gas-powered cars on the road. Now, when California decides, okay, we're done with gas-powered cars, we don't even want to let you drive your old one no more. When that happens, what they're going to do is not let you register that car anymore. Your old Hot Rod Classic, you won't be able to register it. You'll have to have that digital plate. And that digital plate will always tell everybody that you can't drive that car. It's a method of control. It's what's going to happen. Watch, mark my words. You better have an EV or you won't be able to register your car, and you won't be able to drive any old car that you got without the registration, because you won't be able to even put a fake plate on your car that looks good. John Q. Law is going to know that your car is out of date and gone because of that plate that you will not have. Your plate message will not be right. You can't take that plate off of one car and put it on another one either. They're on your car. They are on there. Any attempt to move it, and the plate knows and sends a message to Sacktown. So those plates are going to be our undoing. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words. I got it. Now, I tell you this because I'm a truck driver. I'm a truck owner in California. Owner-operator of a big rig. I had a 1996 Volvo FE, whatever, I can't remember the name of it. It was old. I got it when it was old. I drove it till the wheels fell off. But California, the Air Resource Board, the DOT out here, EPA out here in California, they are all blue and they don't want you to have anything. The ultimate goal is to get you out of everything you got and have you on a bus or some sort of electric pod that drives around driverless and takes you from A to B when they see fit. But mind you, my truck, this was in 1990. My truck was a 98. It did not have a diesel particulate filter, and it did not have DEF. It was made before any of that stuff came along. This was in 2018. Mind you, they were talking about, CARB tried to get rid of my truck and tell me I couldn't drive my truck anymore. Now, this was my money maker. This the only thing I had that made me money was my rig. They tried to say, we're going to stop letting you drive this rig. I think 2007 was going to be the first year for filters, so they were trying to stop it then. They said they gave you a couple years. Then they gave you a couple more years. They gave you a couple more years. And it got up to be about 2018, and they straight told me I could not drive my truck anymore. It was gone. They did not care that I had to go out and buy a whole new truck. I was actually without a truck for about 6 months behind this. I managed to get another newer truck, and it's as a matter of fact, I went to lease at that point, and I drove a lease truck for a while. But the new stuff that they make you put on these trucks does not work. It does nothing. But they mandate it anyway. Diesel truck smoke is soot, it's carbon, right? That's what the black stuff you see out of older vehicles, older trucks, buses, and whatnot. The DEF and the particulate filter, they change the color of the smoke to make it clear, so you don't see it. It's still there. It's still putting out what it's got to put out. And this system can cost about 20 grand to retrofit to an existing truck. Does California care? Did they give you any money for that? No, they don't care. That's a $20,000 new system. Now, mind you, my newer truck, I got a 2015 truck, it's got all that crap on it. And I got engine light, just like a car with the computers and all that, tell you everything. Anytime anything goes wrong, you get that engine light. This truck has that $20,000 system on it. That's a third system I got to worry about. I already got to worry about the engine, keeping the engine tight. I got to worry about the transmission, keeping the transmission tight. I got to worry about the suspension, right? These are things I got to maintain. Now I got 4. All truck drivers in California, we got 4 major systems now that we have to stay on top of and repair should something go wacky. Now these diesel particulate systems, they go wacky. They cut up and then you're out 15, 12, 6, $18,000 depending on the truck, depending on the system you have. Does California care? No. Does it do anything? No, it doesn't. But they require it because they don't care. It is strictly about control. They don't want you driving around, doing your thing, making your money. They want it. Now, should you find a way to make yourself a little money in California, you have a good job, you got a nice house, you got nice cars. In California, in LA, in Orange County, in the Bay, right? You can survive. Guess how much they're taking from you every year? More taxes than you could imagine. If you live in another state, you have a federal tax burden, just like I do, and you have a state tax burden. Our state tax is 13%. Yeah, 13%. And then city of LA adds a 1% tax on your gross. Another reason it's time to go. You understand what I'm talking about? Now, California is a good state. If you're an illegal alien, you just got here, you don't have nothing, great place to be. Great place to be. If you're homeless, right? All you do is take drugs and sit around all day, sleep on the street. Cat sleeping in front of this Walmart right now, on the curb, right at the curb. There's all kind of room to back up off. They sleep on the street. Anyway, if you are homeless, great state to be homeless in. They bring you food. They bring you meds. They give you cash. They let you occupy any city land that's free. There's sidewalks downtown LA. You can't even walk down. The tents are monstrous. They stitch tents together and make mansions, mini tent mansions downtown. Crazy. Every little underpass, everywhere wherever you want to be, you can be. They have communities, they have rules, they have people that control things, make sure everybody gets what they need. Great place to be if you're homeless. Great place to be. If you are, let's see, who else could find solace living in California? If you are a communist, socialist, fascist, any one of these people who thinks that the government's supposed to take care of them and pay all their bills, give them all their necessities, give them we call it universal basic income, give you a wage just to exist. If you're one of those people, California is a great place to be. Sadly, though, some of those people in the group I just mentioned are moving to red states and voting for blue people and turning those states purple. Please stop. They don't want you there. And that's why California is how it is because it's blue. Okay, we got crime. You steal something in California, go right ahead. Enjoy yourself. That's another. Okay. If you are a thief, great place to live. California is the best place to live. If you like to steal, if you need to steal for a living, if you don't just want to steal for a living, California's the place to do it. You will not go to jail. You might get arrested. Might. If they don't arrest the person that called the police on you. If they can't find anybody else to arrest after you've stolen a whole bunch of stuff out of Walgreens, they might arrest you. You will get to go sit downtown, take a dump, maybe wash your hands, or give you something to eat, and then you're out back on the street, and there's no bail. California, you don't do bail. Everybody's released on OR instantly. That's why California, if you are a criminal, a violent criminal, or just a drug criminal, best state to live in. Best state to live in. You are well respected. You are taken care of, and you are not messed with. The police do not mess with you out here. Now, if you are owning a truck and you don't have all your permits right, they up your ass with a $4,000 misdemeanor, right? If you forget to mail off one of your permit renewals that does nothing for you but tell them who you are, and they know who you are. I was that guy with this truck last month. I'm this guy with this truck this month, but since it expired now, oh my God, it's a federal case. You got a misdemeanor now, and you got to hire somebody to go to court for you. Not saying that happened to me, but anyway, great place to live if you are a criminal. California is the best spot. Best spot. Either way, I'm none of those people. My wife is none of those people. My children are none of those people. That's my wife. That's one of my children. That's my wife. We are none of those people. Okay? We are getting the hell out. This state is going away. It's going down the absolute tubes. This was a wonderful place. Best scenery in the world. Best weather in the world. Everything's here. Rest the food. I'm going to miss the food. But thankfully, people are learning how to cook in other places. We'll get used to it. Right? We'll fly something in if we have to. But we are getting the hell out. And I suggest you do too. And we need to move our automotive customizing capital to another place, because California is for the dogs. It's done. And so am I. Yeah, speaking on these potholes, in my city where I was born, well, not born, where I was raised, Compton, California, December of 2020, there was a homeless encampment underneath the bridge on Artesia, right between Santa Fe and Alameda, right? There was a homeless encampment under there, and they was cooking and blew up, right? Major fire under this bridge. Major thoroughfare. They shut the bridge down because of fire damage. I didn't see any. That was December of 2020. That was Christmas time in the middle of the Wu flu. And that bridge has not yet been repaired. It is still sitting there. It is still a big, dumb eyesore. It is a street you cannot go down. Thusly, all the traffic that used to go over that bridge is now coming down the street by my mother's house. It's horrible. There's a shopping center that when you're over there, you can get to the shopping center. It's just right across the tracks, right across Alameda. Now it takes half an hour to get over there, because all the bus traffic, everything is coming down this little side street, Greenleaf, and going over the tracks, because that bridge is out. That bridge is no longer there. You know why? Because Compton is full of blue folk. Blue folk run Compton. They do everything but necessary stuff. They do things to get themselves and their friends rich. They make plenty of money off of the city on their own, but they don't fix nothing. Compton has the worst potholes in America. Oh my God. Alondra, my wife, driving this car on Alondra the other day. I guess a meteor crashed and landed on Alondra right over the 710 freeway and left a crater. I'm surprised the car didn't fall in. Bent the life out of my front wheel. The one I just had redone by Proper Motion, which did a great job. And I'm coming right back to you with this front wheel. This front wheel has now got a big bend in it, and the car is pulling to the left a little bit. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Compton roads. Yeah. See, Compton, LA, Long Beach, Santa Monica, all those cities we got around here, 90% of them are run by blue folk. The blue folk. Now, see, California is full of blue folk in these big cities, right? We're out in the country, out in the desert. It's normal, common sense people. But we got the blue folk in the big cities, and our big cities are heavily populated. So therefore, all the votes in California are blue. California people, the blue people in California, they vote for things like, do you like free shopping bags when you go to the store? Do you like to just ring up your groceries and then say, give me some bags and bag it up for me, and walk out of the store without paying extra per bag? Well, California blue folk voted in a referendum, a statewide referendum. Yeah, let's start charging ourselves for bags. Now, if you are on public assistance, you don't have to pay. But if you are a regular person with a job and spending all kinds of money at the store to feed your family, you have to pay for grocery bags one by one now. If you go to the gas station and get a couple of drinks, get a bag of chips for your long day as a trucker, you got to ask the woman, can I have a bag, please? And then she says, yes, and then charge you about 25 cents. This is what California blue folk voted for. This wasn't forced upon us. We voted for this. California blue folk, California people, do you like to order a drink at a restaurant and they give you a drink and they give you a nice straw and you drink from it? Do you like to stop at the drive-thru and get a straw and drink through that straw? A nice, strong McDonald's straw, In-N-Out straw, the nice juicy ones, right? California blue folk voted to ban plastic straws and give us all paper straws. You know, the ones that unravel in your mouth, the ones that all the glue from the straw trying to hold the paper together in a little twisty form that it's like a toilet paper wrapper. And it comes apart in your drink, comes apart in your mouth. It's a horrible experience. Go to Long Beach. To this day, this was 5, 6, 7 years ago when they voted for this crap. Most cities, to their credit, have done away with this crap, and you can get a regular plastic straw. I mean, hell, I got my cup right here. That plastic straw I just got in the city of Gardena. Okay. Most cities have gotten rid of that stuff. Long Beach? No. You go to Long Beach, sit down in a restaurant, you're gonna pay $100+ to feed your wife and yourself. I'm talking CPK here, not no fancy shit. CPK, they come out with paper straws because the blue folk in California voted for this. They didn't force it on you. They didn't put it on you at gunpoint. This is what you're gonna do now. No, us blue folk, well, not us, but those blue folk, they voted for plastic straws. When the day comes, if they should decide to put it on a referendum, we're going to start charging you to drive your car during Monday through Friday, rush hours all the time in LA. So rush hour starts Monday morning, 6 a.m. and it ends Friday at 7 p.m. There is no break. They almost crashed. There is no break. They almost crashed. There is no break. They're going to start charging you. They're going to want to charge you to drive your car, charge you extra. Oh, I forgot. Once we go all EV, here's another one. Here's another one. Oh, my God. The governor of California put it on the ballot to increase gasoline tax. Now, California has the highest gasoline tax in the country. It's like 50, 60, 75 cents, right? Blue folk in California and their blue governor voted to increase the gas tax in California. And then turn around the next day and cry about how high gas is. But hey, like I was saying, when they mandate these EVs and you can't drive a gas powered car in California no more, California will be zero emissions. It will be net zero. California is going to put it on the ballot. And blue folk are going to vote yes. I'm going to force myself to buy a $90,000 electric toaster and drive that because I don't know. Because I'm blue. I don't have a choice. I just have to do whatever they tell me. Yeah. Blue folk going to vote for it. And that's going to happen in California. And then once that happens, they're not going to be getting any of that precious gas tax money anymore, right? No more V8s driving around, no more trucks with diesels. I don't know how they're going to do that. But, okay, let's say they eventually get to that point. No more gas-powered vehicles. That means no more gas tax in California's pocket. What they going to do? They're going to charge you and your little EV. Every single mile you drive your car is going to get charged. Your registration is going to become a house note. And it's going to accrue every day, Mark my words. They are taking your car from you. This will be like New York City, where you cannot afford to park it. You can't afford to put charge it. Oh, mind you, we got smart meters out this bitch. Those are the meters on your house, electric meters that can be remotely controlled. They can turn off aspects in your house. They can turn off certain circuits in your house. You got a EV sitting in the garage charging, a supercharger at your house, or level 2, level 3, whatever they want to call it, charging at your house. But you, the power grid, mind you, California is horrible. It's not going to be able to support none of this stuff. But when we get to rationing electricity in California, everybody's on the EV and we ain't got no more power plants. We've shut down power plants. San Onofre's gone. We had a nuclear power plant in California, down here right outside Camp Pendleton. They shut it down. Nope, we don't want it no more. Now we got power issues every summer. Every summer, you can't turn your air conditioner on. Now, these smart meters are remote controllable. They can actually set your air conditioning through the smart meter. Yeah, California. That's what they can do. No, you can't have it under 70 in your house, though. Don't have no electricity. We're going to keep you at 80. And what you going to do about it? Not a damn thing. You want to charge that Tesla you got in the driveway in your garage? No, we ain't got enough power for you today. We got doing rolling blackouts. We can't, no, sorry. We're going to turn off your charger. So I guess you just won't be able to drive to work tomorrow. You have to take the bus, the friendly, lovely bus. We used to call it rough, tough, and dangerous. You're going to be on the bus because your EV wasn't allowed to charge because of the power grid problems. This is California. This is where we're headed. I'm not crazy. Call me a conspiracy theorist if you want to. I'm getting the hell out. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. It was fun. Deuces.